Happy Monday, boys and girls. All right, guys, so this morning we're going to start off by reviewing our 6 tricky words that we have up on our tricky word wall. Then I'm going to introduce you to some new tricky words. We're going to put them right up here. And then we're going to go right into Reader's Workshop. Okay, so you at home should have a place where you're putting up all of your new tricky words every week. As of right now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tricky words that should be up in your house somewhere. Let's review what they say. Who, where, which, were, why, and what. Today, we're going to introduce 3 new tricky words. One of them is really long, but you know what? We're going to use this word a lot in our opinion writing, so I thought it was really important to get this word up on our wall. The new word, tricky word of the week, is the word because. We use because a lot when we want to explain something to people, which is exactly what we do in our opinion writing. So I want you to write because on your Post-it or your index card or on your tricky word wall, and I want you to take that up. I only underline the A-U-S-E in because if I cover part of this word, you know that says B. You know the C can make the K sound. So we have B, K, and this is the tricky sound because at the end we hear us. And these letters don't make sense, so that's what makes this word tricky. So we're going to take that and we're going to put it up here under new tricky words of the week. Excuse me, boys and girls. Okay, our next one is shorter, much shorter. Our next tricky word is how. Now, I did underline the OW, even though we already know that the OW makes the ow sound. But just as a reminder, when you get to this word and you see that OW, remind your brain that you know that OW makes the sound ow for ow, how. And lastly, we're going to add our last tricky word, which is the word also. Also, I underline the A and the L because usually we know A, L, double L makes all, but here just the A and the L is making all. So this is the word also. So that is it for our new tricky words of the week. Because, how, and also. Make sure that you have these up on your wall or wherever it is that you keep them, and make sure that you have these 6 ones up on the wall too, and that you're practicing those every time you walk by them. All right, guys, we're going to go straight into our Reader's Workshop today. Now, we had been reviewing good reading habits. We have all of our charts up here, okay? Like keep your eyes and mind on the book, reread to get back in your book. We talked about a perfect reading space. This week, we're going to go into a new unit of study, a new Reader's Workshop unit, and the unit is called Meeting Characters and Learning Lessons. Now, we know that a character is a person or an animal in the story. It's just the people in the story. Now, today's goal or today's objective is to take a sneak peek to discover where and when the story takes place. So today we're looking for 2 things. First of all, you're going to pick a book. I chose this book that I'll actually be using this book a lot for our next Reader's Workshop lessons. I'm going to use this as my anchor book. And it says, Mr. Putter and Tabby Drop the Ball. So today's goal tells me to take a sneak peek. So I'm going to take a look inside of the book, and I'm going to be thinking as I'm sneak peeking, where are my characters? And when does the story take place? That means you're going to take a look at not only the setting, but at the time of day that the story is taking place. So let's take our sneak peek. We're not going to go very far. Now, if you look at the cover of the book and you see that, I'm assuming his name is Mr. Putter, because that's what it says here, Mr. Putter. I see has a baseball mitt and a baseball. And that kind of makes me think that he may be outside. What do you think? Well, now I definitely think they're outside because there's his cat, which I think the cat's name might be Tabby. And I see a butterfly and I see grass. And I think that a butterfly and grass must mean, again, that they're outside. Well, now I definitely know that they're outside because I see more of the setting, but now they added something. They added blue to the background. So I know where the story is taking place already, and I didn't even read any pages. I know that they're outside. But now I can also figure out when the story takes place. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that light blue sky tells me that the story is taking place sometime either in the morning or during the day when it's still light outside. I took a sneak peek. Did I even read any pages? No, but I was able to do my goal for today. So I want you to go into your independent reading. You can use your own books at home. You can use Raz Kids. You can use Epic. Any way that you want to do your independent reading, you can do that. And then you are going to open up your Google Docs where I made one that says Meeting Characters and Learning Lessons. Just like it says here, Meeting Characters and Learning Lessons. And the directions say, pick one book you read during independent reading. Complete the sentences using the sentence starters to know where, and in little parentheses I put the word setting, so you know that you're looking for the setting, the story took place, and when, and here I wrote the time of day or even the year. So here it says where. So this is where you're looking for the setting. The setting of the story is, now thinking back to Mr. Putter and Tabby, where did I say that Mr. Putter and Tabby were? I said that they were outside. So right here, after ... I'm going to finish the sentence. The setting of the story is, and I'm just going to write in the word outside. See how I did that? The setting of the story is outside. And I put a period at the end because that's the end of my sentence. Then I'm going to go down here where it says when. The story takes place during. Now, what was it during? Was it the morning time, the afternoon, nighttime, daytime? Daytime. I think that makes the most sense. So the story takes place during daytime. Okay? And that is your independent work today for Reader's Workshop. To go into your books, read independently for 15 minutes using your own books or Raz Kids or Epic or whatever it is that you choose, and then to fill this out. You can print this and write the word like Mrs. Davis did, or you can pull this up on your Chromebook or your computer or your laptop. You can type in your answer and submit to Mrs. Davis. I will see you in a very short second for Writer's Workshop. Bye.